Osage Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So Purdue's offense will go on the attack first. Redemption might be on their mind as they took a whipping the last time these two squared off.
They sure did, Reese, and their best players made a lot of mistakes the last time out, especially on offense. David, it's really important in this one. The stars have to play like stars. They statted up, and they got to start fast.
Yeah, and they got to remember what happened. They got to remember the celebration, the on-field antics, the social media.
Turning on the Jets. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. There you see the explosive Aeneas Williams. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing out-breaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there, and we just didn't see it on that play.
To the edge, it's Gibson. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll line up for a second down play. The give is to Williams. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds. Step shy of the 40, they're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Pulls it in. It's Owens. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Quick give. It's Gibson. Inside the 40. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Taking a shot. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone of the 18. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Driving forward, it's Gibson. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
The Boilermakers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team has put everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Wide receiver going in motion. A run for the quarterback. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can...
Right down the middle. The 20. The 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working for them.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Give to the running back. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the officials will stop play momentarily here to check on the shaken-up Boilermaker. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Townsend. At the 45 on his way. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And wings it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Carr on play action. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On the move. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Carr. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. searching for space. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Got a man, it's Townsend. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to run it. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The Boilermakers decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. Give to the back. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. And the Boilermakers in the hurry up. Right back to it. Swamped immediately. Timeout called by Purdue. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Trying to establish the run. Defense coming up with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Here's Carr to throw. Caught. Powers through the defender. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. And beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Fires to the right. Williams open on the right side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first. Got a man. It's Coleman Williams. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Purdue sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Between the hashes, it's Owens. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's Gibson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Maybe a crease. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out wide right, it's Gibson. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sells the run, looking to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Right side, it's Townsend. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here come the Irish, back on offense. His drive will open from the 15. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Throwing, Carr. Look out! And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Trying to make one miss. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Got enough for the first down. Right down the boulevard. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Boilermaker! He got a step and just dusted the field.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. The Boilermakers decide to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Looking for the 2-point try. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. This is a designed run. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Turns it upfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Racing down the left side. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Purdue. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The quick out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. To the air again, Carr. Makes the grab. It's Flanagan.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Fires to the wideout. Left side is Graham. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Carr. They're all over him. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Timeout called by Purdue. It's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. C.J. Carr firing again. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He got it, beat down in bounds.
Great execution on offense, and you know you're expecting man coverage in this area of the field, down close to the line of scrimmage, so the receiver has got to be able to win one-on-one, and he did just that on that TD.
And the extra point is good. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Hey guys, down on the Boilermakers sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he gets rid of it.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. On the move and looking deep. Snags it down the right side. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here's Carr to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Again, it's Carr. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Turning it on. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. First play of this drive. Out wide right, it's Gibson. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He'll be dropped.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Right back to the well. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Owens. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. If there's time to pad the stats. Going over the top. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.